Morning. It is Monday, 24th at 9 o'clock. You probably can't tell, but it did rain this weekend, and this grass is just slightly more green, or at least it's got a few more green patches. Maybe here's a better example. Still not great, but it did rain finally. I pruned on Saturday everything down to just one stock shoot. I don't really know what to say, but anyway, I'm just gonna hit the moisture this morning and show you. So I guess the rain, it didn't rain a lot, but it's gonna rain more this week as well, so should be good. It's gonna rain a few times this week, so hopefully all this grass comes back. As you can see, all of these are far more moist. So this is the South Chardonnay, looking pretty good, especially now. I think pruning everything out of there except for one also gave this stuff a lot more space. So things are looking pretty good. Anyway, it's Monday, week 8. All right, good noon. It is Wednesday the 26th. I got to rush to get moisture data because it is about to rain. And it rained all day yesterday. So obviously we've got a lot more moisture in the soil, which is a good thing, I think. Real quick peek. Holy crap, this one's almost at the top. Dang. Holy crap, this one's almost at the top. Seems like pruning those things was a good idea. Getting up there. I need to find a way to keep the birds off of this one. Okay. There we go. That's Wednesday. Okay, so I was just out here checking the grapes. It is the 27th. Yesterday I measured moisture and everything, and everything looked okay. And now I look in here, look at all those holes in the leaves. There is a beetle eating the South Chardonnay, which wasn't happening yesterday. This is just a last 24 hours thing here. Look at it. It's eaten almost look at all that damage. Here he is. Here's another one. And another one. That's not good. I mean, they just annihilated this thing. Totally out of nowhere in one day. Totally destroyed this South Chardonnay. Crazy. It was not like this yesterday. it was stormed all day yesterday, so this probably just happened today. I don't know if this will kill it. I hope not. But yeah, that's no good. I don't know what to do. I guess just kind of let it do its thing. Let it grow and try to repair. Some of the leaves aren't too bad. This one might survive. This one might survive. It's got some new ones coming. Oh, I'm gonna have to be looking at this really close. This is the first time I looked at it today, and it's the end of the day. And yeah, it's been eaten. I better check all the other ones. This looks fine at the top. This is a South Marquette. Oh, great. Just lopped off a leaf. So that was helpful. Looking taller, but it's only got a few leaves, doesn't it? But I don't see any bugs. North Marquette is looking good, but better double check. Alright, everything looks okay. I don't see any bugs. And this is looking fine too. No bugs, just growing straight up. So, looks like they just got the South Chardonnay right now, thank God. I'll have to keep a closer eye on this. Alright, good morning. It is Friday the 28th at 7:57 in the morning. There's those goose families. Geese are a lot bigger now. But that's not really what we want to talk about. We want to talk about these. I looked at these yesterday. But time to take moisture and probably peek at them again because there was a beetle on them yesterday, destroying them, which was not good. So I just kind of want to do the old beetle check. I don't see anything. So this is the North Chardonnay. Looks like the leaves are kind of darkening up. It's looking really good. It might be one of the best now, which is interesting. Marquette doing really good. It's probably going to be at the top of this thing in no time. It's got that one little spot, but that's not a big deal. Little spot there, probably not a big deal. Everything else looking okay. And these two are the concerning ones. I accidentally knocked off a whole leaf last night on this one. I'm sure that's not going to help anybody. Okay. Yeah, that was not cool to knock that fourth leaf off. I guess it'll be okay with these three, but looking pretty sparse now. Hope I made a good call trimming those things off, because this isn't looking great anymore. It was looking really good before. And last but not least, the South Chardonnay. Really disappointed in how things are going for this one. What a bummer. Fortunately, it's got some new leaves coming in, but even this new leaf has been chewed. And fortunately, it's got more leaves than the South Marquette, which is kind of ironic. Smaller, but it's got more. I don't see any more beetles, thank God. But I'm gonna have to be out here checking more regularly. Anyway. Alright, came out at 8 here to check on the grapes, see if there were bugs. And now we've got a bug chewing on the South Marquette. I don't know if these things are gonna make it with these damn things chewing on them. Well, I guess I better go look at the Chardonnay. Okay, well, here's the Chardonnay. I don't see any of those beetles on here, but I do see a little ant running around. He's on the backside. But yeah, no beetles, and just the one over there. I'm probably gonna have to get some kind of netting to cover the tops of these now. I don't really want to deal with this all the time. Look at that. Hopefully I'm in the right location and hopefully you can hear me. So I've been trying to figure out what to do about those beetles, because I can't come out here every day and try to pick every single beetle off the plants. I've got to protect the plants passively. I could try to spray or something, but I really don't know what to do, and I think the simplest thing to do would maybe be netting of some kind. So I got married last year, and we have a whole bunch of this stuff just in our garage. Don't know what to do with it. I thought, actually, my wife suggested it, or I can't remember who suggested it, but we'll give her the credit. It's this like cheesecloth netting tool stuff. I think you call it tool. Anyway, what I think I'm gonna do, since we've got it, is cut sections off of it. There's a whole bunch of it. And cover the tubes, the blue sleeves with it to hopefully keep bugs from flying down into the tube. They could still potentially crawl up through the bottom, but they're kind of buried a little bit, which would make that difficult. So like ants and things might be able to do it, but this should keep the big bugs from flying down in there and hopefully passively protect the vines. Now it is pretty there's a lot of it, let's put it that way, but I think that's perfect. Now I need to cut enough for each tube so that I can cover it properly, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that in a second. But first I need to cut roughly that much, I think, to cover it the way that I want to cover it. Maybe I could do a little bit less, but I'll do 40 inches. I really want to get good coverage. So if I'm doing this below the camera, I'm just gonna cut 40 inches here. So this much. Now I'm going to go grab a tube and show you what my plan is, because it stretches out like this. So I got a big kind of square of it. Let me go grab the tube. Why'd I go grab the farthest away tube? Well, because that's the one the damn bugs keep eating. So I'm going to try to get this out of here. It's kind of stuck in there because it's raining. I got to get this done before the rain continues. So I got this sleeve, right? What I think I might be able to do, so I take my cut piece, cover it, kind of like that, let that hang down, and then put it back in. Like that. It ain't perfect. I get a little net cover. So I am going to do that kind of to all of these, and hopefully this will protect the grapes a little bit. But it looks like I can actually use a little bit less netting. So I am going to do that. Might be able to just cut this in half, because what I'm trying to avoid, obviously, is the wind carrying the netting away potentially. So I don't want too much in there if I can avoid it, but I also need enough in there to actually cover the to do what I want it to do, basically. So that actually might be a more useful amount, or practical, I don't know. That clogs up the tube a little bit less. Now we're gonna have another problem, which is getting the stinking bamboo sticks down this. And I don't really have a good solution for that at the moment. But I'll figure that out, I suppose. I can't get my whole arm down this thing to stretch it out. But anyway, that's how we're going to do it, and I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'll show you that later. Okay, so that was actually easier than I thought. These came, the sticks passed through it pretty easily. This thing is not as open, I guess, as it could be, but I wouldn't be surprised if in time it sort of works its way open. And it's got big enough mesh here, plenty of air, and I'm sure water can still get down there. said. It sits on the ground pretty good. Maybe this is the right way to put it. Oh well, I was doing it this way. It sits down there pretty good, and so the bugs, you know, crawling under there, it's just a little bit more difficult. So this should hopefully create enough barrier to keep the bugs out, hopefully. And that means we can't really see them from the top down anymore, but we'll just lift it and check it out later. So hopefully this is going to be useful, but I'm going to go get the rest of them done. Okay, so that's all of them covered. Here, this is the North Chardonnay. North Marquette. It does seem to be creating a little bit less space here at the top, but I do think enough light is passing through. I don't know if you can see. If I hold this close enough, it kind of is invisible, so I do think enough light is still passing through. It's a little bit more challenging to get on there than I had originally hoped, but hopefully, you see it leaves some gaps here, which I don't love, but I'm hoping, you know, maybe in time it works itself a little bit more open. I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully this keeps bugs and bird droppings, for that matter, from falling down in there and causing problems. But that will mean I'm gonna have to lift these up to make sure there's no bugs in there more frequently. So hopefully when I do that in a couple of days, a bug hasn't gotten in there and eaten the entire plant. Anyway, that's week 8.